Sri Lanka stands at an important crossroads. 2 years have passed since mass protests demanded democratic reforms, an end to corruption and the abuse of power. Today, despite promises of a new beginning, those demands remain largely unfulfilled. And while 15 years have passed since the end of the devastating civil war, victims and their families are still waiting for truth, for justice and for reparation. Meanwhile, for many people, the economic situation is precarious. The poverty rate doubled between 2021 and 2023, and more households are forced to choose between food or healthcare, between education or energy. Sri Lanka is also approaching presidential and parliamentary elections later this year, and the newly elected administration must commit to the concrete transformational changes needed to ensure accountability, justice and reconciliation. Those in power must protect fully the rights to freedom of expression, association and peaceful assembly prior, during and after the upcoming elections. And the international community must support this transformation. It is important for Sri Lanka's creditors to provide the government with the fiscal space necessary to realize all human rights, including economic, social and cultural rights. Reports of persistent harassment, surveillance and intimidation of journalists, civil society actors, victims and human rights defenders are unacceptable. Meanwhile, abuses by police and security forces are prevalent, and we continue to receive concerning allegations of arbitrary detention and torture. There has also been limited progress in the criminal investigation into the 2019 Easter Sunday bombings. And today, people allegedly responsible for gross violations continue to be appointed to senior positions. Going forward, Sri Lanka must pursue an inclusive national vision that addresses the root causes of the conflict, one that undertakes fundamental constitutional, legal and institutional reforms to strengthen democracy and advance accountability and reconciliation. The government must implement significant security sector reform, including holding to account those individuals implicated in serious violations. And it must take immediate steps to prevent human rights violations. My office is not here to point the finger, but to lend a hand. We are reflecting what Sri Lankans from all communities are telling us. They want change, and my office is ready to support Sri Lanka on that journey.